I'm going to give you an extremely profitable food business to start online, and it's a coffee business. If you love your cup of joe in the morning, how about you make money selling it online? I'm going to give you the 10 steps to get your online coffee business up and running right now. All right, so let's get into these 10 steps. Now, keep in mind, every business will be a success or a failure depending upon your work ethic and your ability to put effort and energy into it. So, in order to create a successful business, whether it's online or even in a brick and mortar location, it all depends on you. If you're willing to work and you're willing to learn and be open to new experience and take some risk, you can definitely be successful. So, I want to give you 10 steps, 10 different things to take in and take a look at to get your coffee business up and running online. So let's jump right into it. So this is the first video, by the way. You haven't been here to Marketing Food Online before. Take a hit of that subscribe button and definitely subscribe to our channel. We've got over 700 videos to show you how to get a variety of food businesses and food products and even food trucks up and running. And we put out videos every single week. So let's jump into this. So number one, above and beyond any of the videos I've always done, the first thing first is incorporate. Never do this as any type of food business. You really don't want to do it as a quote-unquote side hustle or just a hobby that you do on the side, and you don't want to do that when it comes to food business. You want to make sure you incorporate yourself and separate your business enterprises from your personal life, okay? And that really boils down for one main reason, and that's liability. You don't want to get caught having no license or no food insurance or no incorporation because you personally could be held liable if somebody were to get sick or ill from a food product. So always incorporate yourself. I personally have always recommended, and this is just my 2 cents, is that you incorporate yourself as an LLC. It does limit the amount of liability that you have. And of course, LLCs are very popular, very simple and easy to make business entity. So when you register as a business entity, you want to do it as an LLC. You can choose to do it any way you like. That's just my 2 cents. So once you've got yourself incorporated, second is get yourself the food business insurance. Okay, food business insurance, even if you're selling coffee, and it's not really a food per se, but it is a coffee, it's a beverage product. It's something that you definitely need to keep yourself covered and protected from. Food business insurance, whether you potentially are maybe buying the beans in bulk and you're roasting them, maybe you're producing the product and creating it, or maybe you're just buying it as a co-packer or private label product and you just have your name on it, so you're not actually touching the product, you're not doing anything. You still need to have some type of food business insurance to protect your business, okay? So number one, get yourself incorporated. Number two, get yourself that insurance. Number three, register a domain, okay? A domain name, a website domain name. Now, when you're choosing a domain name, okay, and you can get those through GoDaddy, you can get them through Weebly, you can get them through Shopify, BigCommerce. When you register a domain name, make it short and sweet, okay? Something that's quick and easy to remember, but of course, don't make it something that's also very short and sweet, but hard to pronounce or hard to remember. It becomes a little tricky, but you can sit down and come up with a really good name, but you want to make sure it's catchy, simple, and not extremely long. Now, can I have an extremely long name for my website? Of course you can. The only drawback is that the shorter and sweet to the point that you are with your domain name, I've actually heard this that a lot of times when it comes to the SEO, in order for Google and anyone else to find it and put it into search, the shorter the bit is, the better off it is. The longer it is, it's really harder for them to be categorized and put into SEO and all that good stuff. So you really, really want to I don't want to get too much into SEO right now, of course, in this video because I'm talking about coffee business, but make it short and sweet and to the point. So get your name registered and check out those sites like GoDaddy, BigCommerce, Shopify, or Weebly. Now, number four, then create your website. Now, you can simply do this yourself. And when I say simply, it actually is. Nowadays, it's much simpler than it was nearly 10 years ago. When I first started my business, there was not a lot of build-it-yourself websites like Shopify, BigCommerce, GoDaddy, Weebly. They make it very simple today to create your own website. You can literally, even if it was the first time you ever did it, the first time I created my website, I actually did all of the back end of it within, I think, about less than a week. I think it was just a couple days. And that was not knowing anything at all. So create a website. If you don't know how to, or you don't want to do that, that's fine. I actually added some links. There are some great website developers on Fiverr.com. And believe it or not, you can get someone to help you walk you through it or even create the website for you. I'll put a link down in the bottom. Look down below on this video. In the description section, I'll put a link there for Fiverr, as well as Shopify and Weebly and these other do-it-yourself sites. So click on them, take a look at the websites, and see if it's something that you want to be doing. But it is it is very simple, okay? So number 4, you got your website, right? So you're good to go. Now let's move on to number 5. Figure out what type of coffee you want to sell. What does that mean, Damian? Coffee is coffee. Well, no, not really. There are a ton of variations of coffees. You could sell it a whole bean where it's not ground, it's already pre-roasted. You could sell organic, fair trade, custom roasted. They even have raw beans, and you can even get private labeled. Yes. Believe it or not, there are co-packers and private label companies that you can actually get your own name put on already roasted coffee. And I'll put some more information about that actually down in the description too. So how does that work, David? Well, you want to start an online coffee business. Maybe you don't have the facility to roast it and label it and package it. You can actually get it done for you and simply either fill your inventory with it and sell it on, let's say, Amazon, eBay, or your own website. Or you could send it into a fulfillment center like Amazon FBA and have them fulfill the orders that you have on your website, that you sell on eBay, that you maybe even sell on Etsy. But anywhere that you do business online, you can have a fulfillment center ship the product to your customer for you. And I'm going to dive into a few other videos soon that I'm going to post about more specifically how that works. Next one is number 6, drop ship. You can actually find a wholesale online coffee business that can fulfill the orders for you. So you're not actually buying it. You don't even have to actually get it, to be honest with you, to get it shipped to you or even into an inventory or into some type of fulfillment center. You can drop ship coffee too. And that is having another website fill the order for you, and you make it up, you mark it up, and you make a little margin, you make a profit for yourself on every transaction. It's another great way. Number 7, you can open a store like I just briefly mentioned, Amazon and eBay. Great place to do it. And if you want to tap into Amazon FBA, that's fulfillment by Amazon, you can send your coffee product to them. They'll put it in a warehouse, and when you sell the product, they'll actually ship it to the customer for you and take care of everything for you. Now, they do that, of course, for a fee, but you can have a co-packer, private label company make it for you, send it into Amazon, and then basically you monitor the business just either weekly, maybe monthly, to make sure the inventory is there and you just replenish the inventory. So you're not really physically hands-on with the actual coffee bean itself, okay? Now, this one, number 8, is actually really, really cool. This would create a great cash flow, especially for a business just starting. And it is a subscription coffee bean business, or coffee business, not coffee bean, but subscription coffee business. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can, again, go back to what I was mentioning in number 4. Shopify, BigCommerce, or Weebly, these websites where you can develop your own website. You can create a subscription. You can add on the app, the additional add-on onto the site itself, where you can it's reoccurring payments. So every month, you can ship out a variety of coffee to your customer, and it becomes this constant cash flow. Okay. And that's really big when you start off with a brand new business, because a lot of businesses struggle with cash flow. So generating business through subscription is a no-brainer, because every month you can send out a variety of, different flavors or different roasts or what have you, right? So every month the customer gets charged, but you've got that money coming in every month. And as you grow the business, you can scale it. You can grow that business by getting a co-packer or private label company to make the product for you. And again, take advantage of a fulfillment service. Okay. So number 8 is the subscription business. Number 9, and actually maybe I should have probably put this in the beginning around number 4, number 5, but that's okay. As long as it's in the top, these 10, you're good. You need to make sure you create a brand. You have to work on your branding, your logo. Make sure you have a really catchy, eye-catching, and very cool logo, because that's part of your brand and that's part of the look and feel of what you're doing. When you begin to start a business and you want to develop a brand, you want to make sure you've got that certain look to it, that branding, that aspect that's really unique unto you. So make sure you have a logo. And again, you don't have a logo, don't worry about it. Look down below. I'm going to give you a link also to Fiverr.com. I actually have had, I think we've had 12 now, 12 or 13 different designs for different stuff that we've done that I personally have actually bought on Fiverr.com. and they've worked out fantastic. So make sure you have a great logo and a really unique brand to your look. And that's also something you can give, by the way, to your co-packer or private label company to put on the product for you, okay? And many of them will do that, not a problem. And number 10, this is the no-brainer, and I know you're going to be like, duh, but just get started. Many people have tons of ideas, but ideas don't bring things to reality. You have to take action. You have to make some type of movement toward the goal. You physically have to make that effort, okay? Just get started. Now, you may not know all of these 10 things that I just talked to you about, and you may have to listen to this video a couple times, or you may have to ask a million questions. That is fine. But as long as you're taking action towards the goal, you're going to achieve it. Eventually, you'll get it. But for those people who sit back and think a lot, dream a lot, talk a lot, nothing will happen or transpire. So, number 10, get started. If you love coffee and that is your passion and you want to create an online coffee business, take these 10 steps and work with them and move forward and make it happen. If you guys have any more questions about starting your own coffee business or anything else, let me know down below and I'll hop on those questions as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So if you're looking to start your own food business, check out these videos for more resources. Profitable food business ideas, how to start a food truck business, learn all about cottage food laws to create a home business for selling food, and how to start a catering business from home. These and many more small food business ideas are all at your fingertips when you subscribe to Marketing Food Online.